All right. Ooh. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow.
Hello and welcome to Fucking Reality Queens. I'm Amelia.
And I'm Sarah.
And it's bullshit day.
Or maybe it's a day of recaps.
So grab whatever your vice is and let's get the show started.
All right, everyone. It is finale Friday. Holy crap. We have been waiting and waiting and waiting for this VPR finale. We had Farmer Wants a Wife finale. Finales.
I love it.
It is a good week.
We've been waiting.
Good week in TV. I'm telling you what. We have been waiting.
Waiting for this.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. And I must say, I am very happy for once with the way a dating show ended.
Oh, I know what you're
Across the
talking
board.
about. I know
Across
what you're
the
talking
board.
about.
I'm happy. So I just want to jump right in because we have a lot to cover with the VPR finale.
We
want to talk
stuff.
a lot about that. So we are quickly going to go over Farmer Wants a Wife and You, Me, and My Ex. And then we are going to get into the full breakdown of the VPR finale. Wow.
Dun,
Wow.
dun,
Wow.
dun.
Well, yes.
It wouldn't
Normally,
be if I didn't do a dun, dun, dun.
Exactly. Exactly. Normally we would BS a little bit, talk about our week and whatever, but there's so much to cover with this that I say we just get right to it.
Okay.
All right. Farmer Wants a Wife. I'm
Okay.
thrilled. What about
Are
you?
you?
I am.
I am thrilled for the most part, but I really only one person did I teeter on, and that was Landon, because
Right.
I'm just like, okay, so the one girl that he did end up choosing
Mm-hmm.
is a sweetheart and all, and she's fun, but the other one is a little bit more reserved, and it's not reserved because she is fun. I just feel like we didn't get to see really her fun side because the girl colors her hair like blues and green, so she's got to have some fun in her.
Yeah, you don't have blue and green hair as a dud.
Yeah. And but she does know what parenting is and all of that and what it's like. And so in a way I was kind of rooting a little bit more for her.
Yeah.
Because of that, because the thing is you can have fun all day long with somebody, but when it comes down to the nitty-gritty of it, that fun kind of gets old.
Right. Yeah. It's not all fun and games all the time.
No. So that's the only one that I kind of had the I don't know if I 100% okay with this one, but they were both wonderful girls. So either way, it was but I leaned a little bit more towards Ashley.
Orlando Ashley. Yeah, I know. Me too. I like her. I just like her. I just like her. I didn't realize she's 30. I think she's 32. We were talking last week about her age. She's 32. And most of the girls showed up very put together. And this was the most dressed down I had seen her. She didn't seem to have a lot of makeup on. Her hair wasn't as curled as it normally is. And I loved it. I think she is so cute.
Adorable.
Just adorable at her core, everything about her. And I'm with you. I was on the fence as to, not on the fence, but I was leaning more towards her. But I really did. It ended up the way that I expected it to. I expected him to go with the one that was closer because she's closer. And
I think that literally is what played into it more than anything.
I agree.
And he just didn't want to say it because he was all like, she's fun. I have fun. I keep thinking, you know what? I've gone to the bars. I've had fun. And that's not the motherfucker I'd take home.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So, that's where, I was on that. Ryan, I'm sorry. I think he got what he got. And he should have got what he got.
I agree. It ended up, I think, just how it should have. Yep. I agree 100%. I was glad that, oh my gosh, Haley, sorry. I had a memory lapse there. Haley, I'm glad that she didn't just go, oh, yeah, yes, I'm so glad you called me back. There was definitely something there, and I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
She was reserved about it. She's like, I need to give it some time and some space. If we're meant to be together, we'll be together. And I respect the shit out of that. And I think that's what I liked about this show all the way around, was I felt like for the most part, the majority of the people that were cast in this seemed to have a little more mature attitude about things. They seem to handle things more as adults. Not all of them, but by and large. And the men were very respectful of the women and their thoughts and their feelings, and vice versa. I don't know. Just probably one of my favorite dating shows that I've watched for that very reason. It wasn't as much drama as there was people actually figuring shit out. I liked it. I'm here for it.
I agree with you.
I did notice that Sarah's voice came back with her. Her her speech was one way before she went home. Then she went home, and then she came back, and it made its way back with her. But I was like,
I know. I that was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, oh, I have a term for it, but I'm not saying it on here.
Right. Yes. Yep. Well, I think we probably have a very similar term for it.
It drives me nuts when
Does
people
it
do
rhyme
that.
with hydrocolonic?
Okay. Stop now before I end up pissing my pants.
Okay. All right. Okay. Moving on. All right. Were you surprised with Alan's decision?
I actually was.
I was too.
I really was. I really thought at the end of the day he would pick somebody who was a little bit more like him.
Yeah.
And like-minded. And the fact that, he picks the one that was more like, ew, poop, gagging.
Yeah.
Over all the farm stuff than the one that was like, get right in and get down and dirty with it. And I mean, I hope that she gets past a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because I could foresee with his short fused temper that he has, because I'm sorry, he shows little sparks of that. It could be a problem. Like when it's time to get down and gritty, dirty, whatever the hell.
Yeah, need to get a job done.
Get a job done. And he may need to go like, hey, honey, I need you to come help. And if she can't just like jump in there without the ew factor, it'll end up it's going to set him off. So
yeah, I think that this is
the argument.
Yes, I do too. I think it's another case of it sounds good in the moment, but I don't think it's going to last long term. I think had Rebecca been closer and it had not been such a, I'm going to just say cultural difference even. We talked about this before. People from California versus people from Tennessee or Georgia or Kentucky, any of that area. The South is very, very different in the way that they do things. I do respect the fact, though, here again, that he took all of that into account. I think had it been different geographically, I think he would have chosen Rebecca. I really do. Yeah. But I think he was just looking at, her future and what that would mean, to her and to him. Either one of them. One of them was going to have to make a major sacrifice for that relationship to work. And the fact that he took that into consideration, I appreciate. I really, really appreciate. And I think the way Rebecca handled it, I'm not sure that she would have accepted had he said, I choose you. I think she may have been like, as much as I like you, I don't know that I'm willing, to relocate. And I can't ask that of you either. So
that's what I understand is like, if you're not willing, if you're not knowing that you're 110% willing to relocate to somewhere.
Yeah.
Because apparently they got to look like previously before the show ever started, they got to look through who their options were and then reach out and hope that they get picked to be amongst that group. So like they all the girls got to scope them out before they ever showed up for day one.
Yeah, they knew that they weren't close.
You knew where they were. And so why'd you come on this show if you're not willing, or if you knew you were like 110% okay with like leaving?
Right.
And ultimately this will roll into our last person, or willing to stay permanently for your relocation.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I
with that
totally
being
agree.
said, we can
Yes.
move into our next guy.
Yeah, Alan and
Not
Sydney
Alan.
and Megan. Oh, I'm sorry, Alan Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Oh, well, it ended exactly how we expected it to.
Oh, I know. That one, I mean, like, we didn't really expect anything differently. Did you? Nope.
Nope, not at all.
However, I will say that Sydney came in there looking like she was ready to walk on to the stage.
Yeah,
like for
CMA
performing,
Awards.
like the CMA Awards. She looked gorgeous.
She did.
Or ready to perform a video.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, she did.
I was
Definitely
like,
did.
Look at you, girl. She walked off that show, Nashville. I'm
Yes.
watching all
Oh
of
my
that one.
gosh,
She looks like
yes.
she walked off of Nashville.
Absolutely. Yes. I think Hunter and Megan may actually make it. Like they're ones that I think
they
might
will.
actually. That's it.
I think they will. I can see them being a done deal. I could see them being a forever.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Because their temperaments are very much the same. Their morals are pretty much the same. Just all of it, what their desires and wants and needs in life. It seems I can see them popping out a baby probably pretty quick too.
Yes, definitely. Me too.
So
me too. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Would not be surprised at all.
We need to look at where are they now? Because this was filmed before this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was like fall, winter of 2022. So yeah, it's been a minute. Yep. Oh yeah, we need to do that. All right. Well, let's do that and then we'll follow up next time. All
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, what about you, me, and my ex this week?
Fuck me, Agnes. Oh my God.
Holy fucking shit.
I just can't with them. I can't with them. Not one single one of them can I. I am, oh, sweet Jesus.
I was kind of laughing right in the beginning that this jewelry launch thing, he's got on the very nice outfit. He's all, decked out. Everybody's saying how he looks like he needs to be in the Oscars. And he's got all this diamond jewelry and it's being held at a taco box.
I know. I was like, I can understand there's bougie tacos, but this was this was not a bougie taco place.
You can't bougie it up that much when you're talking about diamond jewelry.
Right? I'd be somewhere where there's like flowing freaking champagne and, hardcore nice brandies and whiskeys and, that would be more of my forte.
Yeah. I agree.
Like actually somewhere that would be like an Oscars after party.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But then again, that might be, and we just don't know it.
Well, that's true. That's very, very true. I mean, I don't know the Miami nightlife, so I can't really speak to that too much. But
or go somewhere Cuban.
Yeah.
If you're going to be in Miami, go somewhere Cuban.
Yep. I could see that. Or even, one of the upscale hotel, bars or meeting room, like close to the bar meeting room type thing. I was very surprised. It's like, it's that taco box with a DJ.
I know.
So it was funny.
Did you like how his mom kept going on about in my son's ex-girlfriend just beautiful?
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh damn, could you slap his current girlfriend in the place? Listen to me. Place.
Nope.
Face. Any more than that. And he just kept introducing her too. It's like,
yes.
Did you notice your girl was outside the place visiting for a while?
No shit. And if they're best friends, then why do you feel the need to introduce her as your ex-girlfriend?
I think that was actually pointed out on the show. I think that his current girlfriend is like, I'm not getting this. If they're just best friends, I mean, it's like, why does people have to know that's his ex?
Yes, exactly. And the same thing goes for Matt and Chelsea. I think we talked about this last week too. Yep. Why? Why do you feel the need to do that? You're just causing problems, assholes. Yep.
You're like, yep.
I mean, he could have just said, "This is my friend Rowan," He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't even have to say this is my best friend Rowan. He could just say this is my friend Rowan. But nope. Everybody wanted to know. They wanted everybody to know that they were at one time together.
Boinking.
Yep.
It's like, look, I shagged this.
Exactly. Yes.
He might as well have wore a shirt that said, I shagged her, with a freaking arrow pointing at Rowan.
Oh my God, that's true.
Shagging her used to shag her. You know, like arrows pointing either way.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. For real. That's exactly what it was. I mean, that's exactly what it was. Showing off. Like showing off, showing out.
It's like, look at me in my outfit. Look at my diamond. Look at the girls I banged and banging.
Yep.
So anyway, we can move on from them.
Well, so I want to say though, before we close out on them, that I was really impressed with the way that Rowan handled Elodie coming at her about the trip. Yes. It shows that Rowan, the way she's handled Elodie, I really respect and appreciate, because she has put herself in that position. You know, if I were her, how would I feel? This is how I would feel. Instead of, peacocking and being like, not most, but a lot of girls would, showing off, showing out, showing their power over this girl's man. But she's not. She's like, yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't blame her. I would probably feel the same way. I would want to see that everything is on the up and up for myself. And this will give her the opportunity to do that.
She did handle it well.
Kudos. She did. So. Kudos to her. Kudos to her.
I like Rowan, though. I think you should be with Rowan. No offense, Elodie, but I think you deserve somebody else who would give you the attention that you deserve and make you a star.
Yes.
In his, world.
Show you as the priority. She should definitely be shown as a priority. It's not fair to her. All right.
Nope.
Matt, Chelsea, Kinsey.
Oh, fuck.
Matt and Chelsea just going fucking rogue.
That was bullshit.
I would be so pissed.
I would be
so pissed. Oh my God. And I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with those two. I don't know. I don't know why Kinsey is putting up with this shit. I don't understand it.
I wouldn't at all. I'd be like, okay, this is it. I'm done.
Yeah. Especially how much she's made it known that she wants an engagement out of him. She wants a commitment out of him, and he is not giving it to her. And now he's moved this chick in. Like, girl, run. You can do better. What are you doing? Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Oh, yeah. I concur.
And even the, bartender thought that they were still together. Like, there was no question to him. Of course y'all are still together. Y'all look like you're together. You're acting like you're together.
Doing everything that together would do.
Right. Like you always have. Nothing has changed. Poor Kinsey. Run, Kinsey, run. All right. Caroline, Alex, Steve. I have questions.
I don't understand all of that. I really don't understand it. I don't
either. And what I don't understand about it is, why do they feel like there is a need to explain to their child at any point that Steve and Alex were an item? Why do they feel like that's necessary?
I don't know. There's no reason. I wouldn't be like telling all of my children, like, okay, you need to know that back in the day, I used to date a guy named Bobby Robinson,
Right, exactly.
Or, or to even say, back in the day, I experimented with a woman. And what is the purpose of this? Period.
There is no purpose. The only thing I can think of is there still a relationship going on?
That's what I think.
And
I think he wants the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I think he wants both. Honestly, I think he wants to have the feeling of a family with the child and the spouse at home, but he also wants to indulge in where his true attraction is.
Right.
And doesn't want to give it up.
I agree. Well, and wouldn't this kind of go in line with what we were talking about with brother husbands, where the husband has a brother husband, is the one that has the extra mates?
Oh, I think this totally could be on that.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I think that that's really where he's leaning.
Yep.
I think he and Steve both, that's what, they would want.
Yeah.
And poor Caroline, she's pregnant. So everything is dramatic and,
weepy.
yeah.
Well, just everything on TV was weepy land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh gosh, who am I forgetting? Oh, and then the we don't have a whole lot in this. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot in this episode.
No.
Jennifer, Chantel, Josh, and Danielle all moving into that house together. Okay, that house is gorgeous. I just want to talk about the house.
Oh,
the house,
yeah, we can talk about it. I love the house.
Oh my gosh, I was looking at it and thinking, okay, 6 acres in the Tampa Bay area, fully furnished. I'm guessing it's a rental. Because of the way it, literally they just packed their suitcases and moved in
and went. Yeah.
$12,000 a month, probably. So what do they do for a living? I want to know what each of them do for a living. Because even you don't make that much on those shows. It's like $1,000 an episode, $1,200, $1,500 if you're lucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not like you make a lot of money doing television.
Okay. Well, maybe they got a bunch of side hustles from being in the television show.
Maybe. I could go for that.
Yeah,
maybe the shows.
I don't have any clue.
Unless the show's helping pay for it or something. I don't know.
They might be.
Maybe.
They might be only in there during. Like, they're like, okay, we'll pay for so many months of you to be in this house. And while we do all this video, but just know on the down low, you're going to have to find some other lodgings once we're done.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because really, that's all I could come up with. And the fact that they did go with just their suitcases. It wasn't like we saw them closing out one, all the homes.
Yeah.
And showing up with a bunch of U-Hauls. It's like they packed a couple suitcases and then went. So
yeah.
Anyway. All right. So not that much on You, Me, and My Ex. All right. Let's get to it. Let's talk about hashtag Scandival.
Scanda bitch. Because that man is a bitch.
He is
fucking Ego Tom.
Yeah. Ego Tom.
And his fake fucking crying.
I tell you what.
I'm sorry. That was not real. That was not real.
Hell no. Not one fucking bit of it. I mean, him hyperventilating in front of Lisa.
Oh, I know. It's like he flung himself over at that door. Went up. And I'm like, oh my God, why don't you throw yourself on the couch right now, pound your fist, and kick your legs?
Yes.
It reminds me of from MASH, whatever the fuck his name was in the beginning of MASH that Margaret was screwing around with anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Frank.
Yeah. Frank. That's it. Frank.
Because he did that in the episode. Anyway. So let's start off. Because like you and I were conversing before the show, we really need to go in order to break it down. So where do you, you go ahead and lead, and I shall follow while I open up my keto mix. I got 2 different keto mixes today, people.
Ew, what do you got?
I got this one's a coconut probiotic keto mix. It has almonds and bananas and coconut and chocolate chips.
That sounds good.
And then the other one is another probiotic keto one, and it's got almonds and pretzels and walnuts and cheese balls and macadamians and hazelnuts.
Oh, that sounds really good. I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm hungry.
A lot of nuts.
I like nuts.
These nuts. These nuts. So
anytime you can get a D's nuts joke in there.
I'm eating these nuts.
It was good to finally get some actual clarity, hearing it from the horses' mouths, so to speak, as to how
right
from the beginning. I loved it. I loved that we got to see exactly how Ariana ended up the phone. Yes, just the whole thing. I cannot imagine what that must have felt like to be sitting there at this, Tom
It'd be
opening
like a gut
thing.
punch.
Right. And seeing this surrounded by everybody, he's in the middle of a show and trying to keep your shit together. Like,
I couldn't have.
No
Oh,
way.
I couldn't have. I would have gotten up and I would have walked up to that stage and threw my fucking drink on him. I totally would have been ghetto as fuck and been like flipping the bird and so fuck you motherfucker. Instead, she was, I guess, a hell of a lot more classy than me.
Right.
And kept it together until she could pull him aside.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and he said something about, once he figured out that she had the phone and had seen it, he wanted to get her outside away from everyone else. I'm sure his first thought was damage control. Because that's all he cares about is damage control. He doesn't care about anything else. What he's doing and fucking damage control.
Other Tom. That's all he cares about is damage control. But anyway.
Yep. No, it's true. It's absolutely true. And then we kind of switch to the other side and we hear from, Sheena, how that all played out and how they're finishing up with Watch What Happens Live. And Raquel, Rachel, whoever the fuck she is, so nonchalantly telling her that she and Sandoval have been fucking for the last 7 months and Ariana just found out. How can you be so cavalier about it? I mean, it really makes me wonder what she's lacking. I mean, there is something seriously lacking.
I already said that cheese slid off her cracker a long time ago.
A long time ago. And I don't know if that's sociopath, psychopath, whatever, insert path thing goes here. Yeah.
Path, whatever path.
She is whatever it is. I can't blame Sheena for being so emotional and or volatile towards her. I mean, I would have wanted to just beat the living shit out of her, especially if she handled it that way. It would be one thing hard enough. It would be hard enough had she sat Sheena down and, said, I've got something very serious to tell you and I'm embarrassed, but this is what has happened. Ariana's found out and I want to be the one to tell you. But apparently she wasn't. She's just like, yeah, this is what's happening.
But I bet she expected Sheena to be more of like, oh, wow. Ooh, but that's not good. But wow, I think she expected more of her to be on her side.
Right. Than
the opposite. But then again, I think Rachel, because I will call her Rachel, not Raquel. And you notice everybody throughout the show kept calling her Rachel. They stopped calling her Raquel. They're like, Rachel.
I love it.
Rachel, I think, already showed that like her perception of her friendships with people were like really off to begin with.
Yeah.
And that's like her going to Kate's room at the wedding.
Right.
And telling him you're not allowed to, when Sheena really didn't like mean that or say that. So it's like, I think she's just delusional on a lot of things. And she probably expected a different response out of Sheena than what she got because she doesn't read people properly.
No, you're right. She does not read the room at all. Not at all. And I noticed that when she and Tom, he goes to her apartment, which we'll get there, but it was really obvious to me then.
Sorry.
Like when you finally saw them being able to interact on that level, how much she doesn't read the room. I'll tell you what, one thing I liked about this episode, aside from, just all of the juicy content, I really appreciated the music. I just wanted to point out the music because they really, they just did a good job. They did a really good job with the music.
The editing department did amazing. Shout out to the editing department.
They really, really did. It was good. So the conversation between Ariana and Tom, I personally am amazed at her ability to articulate and keep her shit together. I mean, she only yelled one time, I don't care about fucking Raquel. Like that was the only time that we saw, her lose her temper or whatever. she's remarkable. He's a dumb fuck.
is. She is all around. The way she handled conversations with everyone.
Yep.
Including the other Tom. And I know we'll talk about that when it gets to that part.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But just in general, her way of being able to sit and speak and articulate her feelings.
Yeah.
And keep herself in check or under control, in control so that nothing reflects. Not that I think anything would reflect bad on her. Of course not. But, you do know that when you say and do things, no matter what, in this industry, because we are in the industry, we're in the public.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever you say can come back and bite you in the ass,
Mm-hmm.
period.
Yep.
Whether what you say is reasonable or logical or truthful,
mm-hmm.
there's some way for things to be construed.
Yeah.
Construed a certain way. And I really think that she really went about it well.
She did. I mean, she amazes me. She really, really amazes me. And, the fact that when she said to him, you've never really apologized. You've never apologized
Mm-hmm.
to me. And he immediately tries to blame her. Like, this dude cannot take any accountability. And he is the one that through all the seasons has always been, be accountable for your actions, be accountable for your actions, be accountable for your actions. And he isn't. Not in the slightest fucking bit. Not for 1 second.
He's never accountable.
No.
He's never accountable for anything he does, period.
I love
it when discussion on that part. Go on.
No, it's true though. I loved it though when she said, you got a little bit of money, you got a bar, you've got your band, and that girl looks for her identity through men. And is that what you want? Like, is that what you're looking for? And the fact that he's
that she pointed out that when I got with you, you did not have shit.
Nope.
You had a 97, what was it,
Honda Civic or something?
Honda Civic or something like that. And, all these other things. And, excuse me, it's been quite a long time since it's been 97. So.
Right, yeah.
So that means he had an old ass vehicle, when they got together.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, and it just the whole thing, everything that came out of his mouth just pissed me off. I mean, there wasn't one thing he said that didn't just go all through me. Him talking about, well, we became really good friends, and we have a mutual respect for one another. We were showing each other respect and supporting one another.
I don't understand how he can continuously try to justify what he did, and especially to her.
Right.
Period.
Yeah. I don't.
You should be apologizing, motherfucker, not explaining and justifying or trying to make her be okay with, what did he expect her to go? Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right. Oh my God. You guys totally should be together. The fuck?
No, dude. No.
Fuck.
And he's all like, well, we had no sex life, and I lost my mojo. I hit 40 and had an awakening. Dude, that's not an awakening. It's called a midlife fucking crisis.
Go buy a fucking penis car like everybody else does.
Exactly. Go buy a sports car. Jesus Christ.
Don't diddle your woman's best friend. I mean, I wouldn't even call her best friend.
No.
Don't go diddle your woman's person that's in their life that they assume is their best friend.
Right. Exactly.
You don't go diddle the assumed best friend. Yeah.
Yeah. And he just keeps trying to pass this off as they've got some deep connection. We have this deep connection. There is nothing deep about that girl except her evilness.
Thank you. She is like as shallow as the fucking puddle out on my street.
Uh-huh.
Right now.
There is nothing to her. I mean, literally, there is nothing to her.
I've never heard a very intriguing, intellectual anything come out of her mouth.
Mm-mm.
I don't. Oh my God! See, I'm like, Yeah, there's
right.
nothing. I can't see this, like, whatever connection. What connected is his penis with her vagina. That's the
That's
deep
it.
connect. Maybe not so deep, but who
Right.
knows? But yeah,
Yeah. He just likes the fact that she fangirls over him.
yeah.
That's the connection. Is that
Ariana's right about that.
yeah. Yep, she is. She absolutely is. And she's like, I was ride or die for you. Like, I regret every moment I defended you and supported you. I would have gone anywhere for you. I would have
I
changed
know
anything
that
you needed
broke
me
my
to change.
heart.
Me too.
That when those words, like, I literally, excuse me, choking now on a nut. I literally got teary-eyed
Me too.
when I heard her sit there and say, I would have gone anywhere with you.
Yeah.
And for you, or I can't do the words for verbatim. I'm not good about that. But that's basically what she said.
Mhm.
And I was just like, I like literally grabbed my chest and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I understand this.
Yes, absolutely. There's
I
a
have
lot of
been
what
in this. I've been in circumstances like this. I understand it.
Well, and I think that is what has made this such a big deal, is the fact that there are pieces of it that almost everyone out there can relate to. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very relatable. And just how deep it goes, how close they were, how in her face, but yet behind her back it was. Just all of it. Almost everybody can relate to it.
Well, I think Sheena was when he went to go justify shit with Sheena or try to mend whatever because of the fucking crappy ass shit he said.
Yeah.
I thought she was absolutely right in the whole, you don't go about it this way. This is not how you do it. You don't
Right.
go fuck your girlfriend's best friend.
Yeah.
You fucking do this and end it.
Yeah.
And then do.
That was actually the most emotional part for me. When he was telling her that she threatened to commit suicide, and she's like, so what? You call this person and this person and this person, and you have everybody ready to rally around her. To pick up the pieces. And that, to me, that hit me very hard. Being someone that has dealt with having a spouse commit suicide and knowing like that's how it should be handled. That's what you are supposed to do. That would have been the best way to handle it. And I broke down. I broke down on that. It hit me very, very hard. Very hard.
Oh yeah.
And then, the fact even still that she was like, I was willing to have embryos made for him. I don't want children, but if it was something that he really wanted, I would have done that to allow him to have that experience. And that's a major fucking thing. I mean, that is not something you take lightly. And this motherfucker's off just gallivanting around with little hoe dog.
Who do you think it is? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
When Sheena asked him if it's been anybody else, and he said, yes, one other person. And she's like, is it somebody we know? And at first he was like, no. But then he was like, yeah, but I'm not going to get into it. Who do you think it is? I want to know.
I think it was their old lead singer. I think that's who it was. I think that's who it was. And just from some other things that I've heard, that's kind of the word on the street. And I can see that. That's very common within band shit.
Well, yeah. You and I know band shit
maybe she wasn't
well.
a lead singer, but backup singer, someone in the band. Someone in the band. I don't follow Tom Sandoval in the most extras. I mean, just the fact that his band name is Tom Sandoval in the most extras. Like, who the fuck is Tom Sandoval that he feels like he needs to put his name as the headliner? I mean, that right there just shows you what kind of person he is.
I'm not
They're not just the most they're not just the most extras. They could have just been the most extras. Like, who the fuck are you?
As a bandmate, I wouldn't want to be referred to as one of the most extras.
Me either.
I'd be like, what? Am I the less extra or the most extra or what? I'm like, what am I, mild, medium, or hot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't like he had a solo career and
Yeah.
then, brought on a band. That's his backup band. He's never had a solo career, and they're a fucking cover band at that. Like, who the hell are you? Who do you think you are?
Yeah, because you don't even have your own shit, man. You cover
Right.
other fucking people's shit.
Exactly. All right. So Sandoval shows up over at Schwartz's place.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. Another big cry.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Sandoval
whatever.
over there going, I'm not going to kick you when you're down, but this is bad, dude. This is really bad. This is really bad. I tried talking to you a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm.
He screwed himself with that. I think some people might be able to overlook, maybe not necessarily overlook, but be a little bit less about the fact that he obviously knew ahead of time. If he had not fucking sat there and kept going, I'm not going to kick you in. No, dude, you should have turned your back. Like, in TV shows where that's like the person comes walking in and everybody like looks at him and turns their back, to represent. He should have done the same.
He should have.
If you were really that against it and thought that he was making the wrong choice, I would have been like, dude, I cannot condone this. We have now got to deal with you fucking the goddamn business because of your dick falling into a person, you know?
Yeah.
I really have to disengage. I will see you at the restaurant while we deal with that. But otherwise, sorry you're down. Yeah. I love, our other friends too.
Well, and there's no doubt. I mean, if there ever was any doubt about Schwartz's knowledge of this, how long he's known about it, his involvement in it, he's known from the beginning. Now. We know 100% he's known from the beginning. Just like Katie's saying at BravoCon when Rachel, whatever the fuck her name is, shows up in a Tom sweatshirt hoodie thing and basically nothing
with
underneath.
Nothing else. Yep.
And Katie notices it and says something to Tom about it. And he's like, she's not interested in me. I promise you. He knew. He's known. He's known this entire fucking time. Apparently the video was taken at his house. Like the video Ariana found was at his house. You've known about this. You've known about this the entire time. Quit playing like you're an innocent,
I like that they're not divulging exactly what was shown in the video.
Right. Yeah.
They're trying to be classy about it, but all I know is the
classy show.
The bitch was taking care of her own business on video. I'll just put it. That's about as classy as I'm gonna get.
Right.
She's taking care of herself on video. So there we go. You got the gist.
Well, and what killed me about that whole thing too is he said, normally I would have deleted those things, but we were just so busy that day that, he hadn't gotten around to it.
He almost wanted to be caught.
I do too. I had the same thought. I had the very same thought. I really do.
Because yeah, right, dude. You've been so good about covering up everything else because we found that out by her sitting there saying, Adriana saying, oh, I've gone through his phone.
Yeah. Yep.
Checked his messages.
She's had suspicions. She didn't think it was an affair, but she had her suspicions.
And she didn't know who it was either.
Yeah, that something was going
on with him.
Yeah,
her spidey senses were tingling.
Yes, that he was pulling away. And then for him to say, all she had to do was follow me. And that's the only thing I think.
But that's not what you do when you're trying to trust somebody. You don't follow them everywhere.
You don't follow them. Like that was the only thing that I think Schwartz said this entire season that was okay when he said, "Don't put that on her. Don't put that on her."
Yeah.
Finally, somebody, finally you say one thing through the entire season that I don't want you to, I don't want to choke you for. Like, good for you for standing up for her and saying, don't put that on her. Like, who the fuck does that? Why would she follow you? I mean, if you are in a trusting, loving relationship and not doing anything wrong, She would have no need to. And then I think she even said on Watch What Happens Live, a lot of this must have been going on at at Schwartz's house.
Okay, wait. Sorry. Got it. There was something. Didn't Schwartz say something about something being he was being
implicated? Yes.
Yeah.
So he was like, I feel like I'm being implicated in all of this. And Sandoval's fucking response to him was, "We'll just stay off social media. Make a post about it and stay off social media."
Is that not fucking ridiculous? Sorry. My head is like all over the place, and there's different things and parts of the conversations that have gone on the show that keeps like jumping to the front of my head, and it's like squirrel. So and I probably now just screwed you up on whatever you were saying beforehand. So we'll just go from here. We'll just go from here. So
absolutely
that's
fine.
Fucking bullshit. How does that solve shit?
Just stay off social media.
Just stay off social. Whatever. He has fucked them.
Yeah, completely.
But here's the thing: you're being implicated into something, maybe for a reason.
Yeah, maybe because you were involved.
Beard much?
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's exactly it. That is exactly.
He's the beard.
It. He is the beard. He absolutely was. He absolutely went. Wow. Like I hadn't really thought about it with that word, but I like it.
It's really the word that I think of when I look at him. Yep. I'm like, you're just nothing but a fucking beard.
That's all he was.
Little Tom, baby Tom, baby Huey Tom. You're nothing but a beard. And I'm sorry, I'm still gonna be irritated about him because I never will ever condone this whole bro code bullshit or this even the female, what is the female terms for it? Girl code. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I some things morally for me, I just I don't care about this code thing. It just the morals that I have is just, I'm one of those people that really if you really feel like fucking doing shit, you should fucking end things with other people before going and doing it because of the repercussions and so sometimes I think the code has to be like a null and void thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
And he should have null and voided.
I mean,
but like, I'll be your bro on other thing. I'll be bro on you drinking too much or buying some shoes at like fucking $500 that you shouldn't have bought or, even flirting. I'm okay with, but actual fucking around, that is a different thing. That's just me.
Especially in this case, because it apparently wasn't just sex, they had a deep connection. So there was an emotional affair, a physical affair. It was the whole thing. And they are so ingrained in one another's lives that it would be almost impossible, honestly, for Schwartz to not have some sort of involvement in it. But he could have very easily said, I don't want to know.
I could see those two going into one of those bathrooms that has like toilets right there for shitting, that there's no like prison.
Yeah.
They could totally just hang out and shit together and talk. Like,
oh, definitely.
They're so connected.
They are so connected. And that's, Sandoval really put him in a bad spot. It's bad enough that he knew about it.
Sorry, I know you're seeing the look on my face.
Yeah, go.
So I know it's bad enough he knew about it and all that. I don't want you to lose your train of thought. But, I was sitting there wondering if when she did the video while he was over, I wonder if the other Tom was kind of like low key in the background over off to the side watching, because they're that tight that I could see that whole like, psst, 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 come over here. Look at this, and him creeping around the corner, peeking, going, oh, damn,
Oh, I could see it. I could totally see it. Absolutely.
I think he probably saw it, but anyway, go on.
No, I like it. I agree. I could see them doing that. 100%. I could see them doing that.
I told you with this show right now, I'm total squirrel.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's just so much.
Good squirrel.
Yeah, that's just it. There's so much. Like, there's just so freaking much. Golly, the amount of information that they crammed in an hour and a half or 2, I guess it was an hour and a half of the show and 2 hours with the Watch What Happens Live was just mind blowing. I mean, again, editing did a great job of giving us all the information, all the tidbits. You know, they did good. They did so good.
A lot of questions got answered.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. But I guess that's really it. Is I do feel like all my questions were answered for the most part. I didn't leave it going, well, shit, I still want to know this, or what happened with that? Like, what, when did this happen? Or when did that happen? Like, no, they did a great job of covering it all. They really did. I didn't think they'd be able to do it in one episode, but they did. They did a damn good job.
They deserve some awards for this shit.
They really do. They really do. What I was going to say was, it's bad enough that Sandoval told him and, he knew about it, but he was help facilitating it. He should have said, if you're going to do this, don't tell me about it. Don't bring it around me. You really need, just keep on about, you need to tell Ariana. And if you don't, I'm going to, because this is not right. She is my friend too. And the more involved I get, the worse it is for me.
Wasn't she his best man?
Yes.
Best woman.
Yes.
So where's the loyalty lie there, little Tom?
None.
Zero
loyalty. Oh God. All right. No, it's okay. Like you said, there's just so much. I'm like, okay, which part do I want to talk about next? All right. So when Sheena shows up over at Ariana's and Brad's there, Logan's there, I was glad that she and Katie, put their bullshit.
Put their beefs aside so that they could be there for Ariana. Yeah, I was like, I want to commend them both on that one. It was a good way for them to put the pettiness aside.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it takes that, it takes something bigger than your bullshit for you to go, you know what? Let's just put everything in perspective. All this crap we've got going on over here is not important.
Yeah, pales in comparison to, what she's going through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Katie seemed pretty shocked and disgusted to find out that screen recording had happened at Tom's.
Okay, so when I will say this much, when she fell back, she looked like she was laughing.
Yeah.
And trying to hide it. Like,
yeah, she might have been. She might have been like,
and it may have been it may have been, some people will like inappropriately laugh
I do it all
at
the time.
Circumstances. Yeah. And it's like, it's not meant to be like bad, like somebody means it in a bad way. It's like a natural response, like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
You just got hit by a car. Fuck, that sucks.
Exactly.
But I was like, oh, did she just low-key fucking do a like fallback roll, cover her face because she looked like she was smirking?
Yeah, she might have. She might have been.
And I don't mean that as being bad or
no.
like dogging on Katie, but yeah. Anyway.
Well, and he tells Ariana that this started the weekend of the girls' trip when her dog died. Like, can you be any more of a dick? Like, we know it started before that. We know it started or was it? Did the girls' trip happen before Sheena's wedding? I guess it did.
Yep, it did.
So we were thinking it started
leading up to it.
Yeah, so wedding. We were thinking that it started at the wedding.
At the wedding or after. But no, technically it started before.
It had been going on for a long time, a long ass time. And I guess when
7 months is a long time.
It is a long time. I mean,
period.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's what I keep like. I think of the amount of work that goes into cheating.
Don't tell me in the 7 months of his cheating, him and her cheating on him cheating on Ariana. Don't tell me that they only fucked a couple times, because that's how he tried to play it off. Like, we really haven't had sex that much. No, 7 months, dude. And you're talking about how you got your libido back. I fucking don't think so. Y'all were shagging like rabbits.
Yeah. In the backs of cars, apparently.
Yeah.
In her little Jetta. Like, what the fuck? And then, poor Ariana having to let him in because he didn't have his keys. Like, dude, you
and
are
him getting mad at her.
Yes. He
That's
is a
some
scum of the
balls.
fucking earth. This dude, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know how many times I can say it. Oh God. Okay. I was cracking the fuck up though when Lala goes over to James Kennedy's house and they're talking about it. They're breaking it all down and he decides he's going to call her.
Call her. I know, and they're all. I'm sorry. I would be immature like that. I totally
Me
like,
too.
ooh, call her. I'd be like in the background, ooh, hiding my face. I would have done the same damn thing. I like how his girlfriend was in the kitchen, like, I'm going in here.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's watching with these and smirking. And I like how everybody just fucking busted a gut laughing after he hung up.
Oh, it was so good. I know. He's
and he was in true James form on his
true James
responses.
form. It was so good. His 40-year-old stinky cocky cock. Oh my God.
Sticky cocky cock.
I was dying. Oh my God. I was absolutely fucking dying. Actually, in my note, I put immature, but so fucking hilarious. It was so
perfect.
funny.
I think the show needed a moment like that.
We did.
Because it was so emotional and heart-wrenching.
Yep.
That we needed a James moment where he came in and was immature.
Yeah, gave us some comedic relief. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And I was actually kind of surprised. Like when she answered the phone, she's like, hello? Like, almost like she didn't know who it was that she was in. Like, what did you expect him to say?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what she expected, but yep.
There was one thing that Lala pointed out in all that I thought was pretty spot on. She always amazes me. Like that chick is dialed in. She is.
Oh yeah.
She catches.
She is
everything.
like fine-tuned into everything going on in her surroundings. It's almost like a fight or flight kind of response in a way.
Yeah.
This is somebody who's obviously gone through some shit in life that they feel like they have to literally like watch. Like if somebody could visually have eyes completely around their head, it would be her.
It would be Lala.
She sees everything from all directions, and she's like eagle eyes.
Yeah.
And hearing.
Yep. She doesn't miss a beat. You know, she said that she brought up the Billy Lee thing, which is the other one that, you know, kind of circling around that he may have had an affair with or, you know, cheated with. And then we've got Miami Girl. And the fact that she said something about him having a level of comfortability. You know, she's like, oh, I think he's done this way more than what we know, because for him to be fucking around with Rachel the way that he is, that is a level of comfortability. And I think she nailed it. I think that's exactly it. I think there have been many girls that he has fucked around with. He's only admitting to the few that people have seen and caught. And I know this from my own life experience that there were, I guarantee there was a lot more. With him being in a band the way that he is, it's so easy to sneak off into a dressing room, into a bathroom, into a back parking lot, into a hotel if they're traveling, and nobody even know that this shit is going on. Look how red my hand looks. Sorry.
She's out of moment.
Sorry. I look like I've been eating fire hot Cheetos or something on our video, but I haven't. I really haven't. My hand isn't red. It's funny.
I was gonna say, it looks like you've been dyeing something.
Dyeing eggs or something. I don't know. But, you know, and then something else that was interesting to me is when James asked Rachel, so are you guys an item? And she was kind of dismissive about it. Like, well, then what are you? Or if you've got this deep connection and you all are, you know, in love or whatever, like, why would you respond like, you don't know? Maybe not. I don't know. It was weird. The whole thing was weird.
Yeah.
Really
I
weird.
agree. It was very weird.
Very bizarre. All right. So, trying to think what happened next. Oh, okay. I want to talk about when he shows up at her apartment. My first thought.
Oh, I can't believe that. Like, like an after cigarette kind of moment going on with the drink making. Yeah. What is your first thought?
My first thought of her apartment was, okay, so he's showing up to her 14-year-old bedroom.
No shit.
And then him having her turn off the lights and turn on the galaxy lights. Like,
what the fuck was that?
I don't understand.
12-year-old much?
Yeah. Honestly. That whole exchange with them was brutally uncomfortable for me to watch. I don't know how it sat with you, but
especially when they were like all cuddled up next to each other and legs kind of intertwined. It was very, and so it was like, bitch, don't do that whole when they wanted to kiss thing, but then like, he, we can't kiss cameras. I was like, you might as well. If you're going to tangle yourself up and be all up in each other's face on the couch, you might as well make out.
Yeah, you may as well. Well, and I've gotten the impression through all of this that although he keeps saying, like, we've got this deep connection, we've got this, we've got that, trying to blame Ariana, just all of these things. But yet, when they got together in that apartment, there was nothing in him that made me feel like he cared about her. At all. At all. The things that she was saying did, she was saying things like, we said we wouldn't do this unless it was worth it, right? He didn't back her up. He didn't validate really any of what she was saying about their relationship.
Why she went MIA. It may be why she went MIA because right after that they broke into the little segment, screen,
the little clip about little follow up.
After this day of filming, Rachel turned off her phone and has not been spoken to in weeks.
Yeah. I kind of have a feeling it is. I really do. I think maybe she saw things from a different perspective in that moment because like the whole thing, the whole I love you comment. And
yeah,
that was awkward as fuck.
I love you too. I know. And he's like, well, I didn't say I love you, but I do love you too. It's like,
do you?
What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Do you? Do you love her?
Do you really love her? I don't think so.
She says about her family, I've had to tell my family about you. Have you talked to your family about me? And he's no. I know.
No. I want to know what really her family's true feelings are about all of it.
From what I have gathered of her family, just what we've seen of them over the course of the show, the things that she said about them, I feel like her family is extremely judgmental, and I don't think that they would like him one bit. I don't think that they were real thrilled with the idea of them being together. I think that they, he's much older than she is. He's got this band, they're a little more uppity. I just don't see him being the type of guy that they would want her bringing home. I just don't.
No, I agree. It's not who I would.
No, not at all. Well, and it's just amazing to me. Like I was, again, looking at her house, listening to the way that she talks, all of it, and thinking, okay, she's 28 years old. She's 28 years old. I have a child 28 years old. There is no similarities between those two and where they are in life. Just their station in life, their life experiences.
Your child is very much full-fledged in a career.
Yep.
Very much adulting. Has a house, married, children.
The whole nine. And this girl.
And her career is even a position of, advanced. Like, it's not like she's a retail person or
right.
Or just not to dog retail.
No.
Let me just say that.
Right.
Your child's position is a higher place position.
Yeah. It's one that she has worked
in the company at this age, and they are completely different. Completely into the spectrums.
Completely different. Oh my God.
Like I could see Rachel going like, can we go on a play date?
Exactly.
Play with my Galaxy stuff and play with some Connects. And I got some, like beads and some strings. We can make some friendship bracelets. I even got some safety pins. We'll make some things for our shoes.
Honestly,
can I braid your hair? Yeah, I'm sorry.
It killed me in the confessional when the producer asked her, so why? Why did you do this? Why did you get in this relationship? And her response was, I wanted to see what it was like to have sex with someone that I love. Did you?
It's like, what the fuck was James?
Exactly.
I mean, like, where do you I know you broke it off with him, but you had to have at some point. They were together for what, 4 years?
Yeah. About that
you
long.
had to. You can't be with somebody for 4 years and not have some kind of fucking love. So, girl, did you not shag him during the 4 years?
Right. Yeah. Like what kind of fucking response is that? Come on. You agreed to marry the man. Did you not love it? Like,
no.
You were his fiance.
Yeah.
And then when he was looking at the cut on her forehead, he's like, ooh, oh, yeah, that's bad. She has a little cut, like a little cut.
I barely even noticed
a little scratch. Honestly, I thought that she had her eyebrows done. That's what I thought. When I first looked at it, I thought her eyebrows were just like really, I don't know, like had been microbladed or something. And honestly, that's kind of what it looked like. Like she had gone to get a microblade or something and they just scratched her. And she's blaming Sheena.
Well, of course. Of course.
Oh my God.
Why not blame Sheena? She that and the whole fucking, what is it? She ended up filing a restraining order?
Yes. Yeah, she filed a temporary restraining order against her. Like, and why?
Like
why
Sheena's
would
going after her or something? Yeah.
Why would you take that to a legal level? Like, I can't even wrap my head around what would possess her to do that. And
I don't know.
Yeah, I listened to Sheena's podcast. Sheena had Lala on the day of her court hearing, and they were really going on and on about how much it pissed them off that she did this, because there are so many people out there who need legitimate protection. And here they are taking up time in the courtroom, all these people waiting for their, time before the judge, having to deal with this shit, cameras outside and all of this crap, all this shit that surrounds it for what? And she didn't even show up. It ended up being dismissed because her and her attorney didn't even fucking show. So what the hell was the point? It was a joke
in a way. I think she did it for attention.
I do too.
Or did it because you never know. Ego Tom may have been like, it may have been something he planted in her head to do.
It was her family. Her family is the one that pushed her to do it. Yeah, her family was the one that pushed her to do it. But at the end of the day, she's the one that had to sign off on it. I mean, is she not 28 years old? Is she not old enough to make her own fucking decisions?
No. Apparently not. And why would we think any differently? I mean, like, she's busy casting stars on the ceiling and
with her like Hello Kitty pillows on her couch or whatever. And you know me. I mean, I like very almost childish stuff. I like a lot of floral. I like a lot of pinks. I like a lot of that stuff. And my extra, phone cases and rhinestones and all, like, I love all that stuff. I'm not going to have Hello Kitty fucking stuffed animals on my couch in my living room. Like, that is a whole nother level. That is a whole nother level of immaturity. I literally felt like we were, like I said earlier, looking into a 14-year-old's bedroom. It was just too much. Just too fucking much. How can you be like, I don't know, mature enough to be having this relationship?
She's not.
She's not. What about when Ariana went to see Lisa? I don't even know what I think about it. I really don't know what I think about it. It was funny to me that Lisa said that she didn't think that Rachel was capable. And that's what I have been saying this whole time. I don't think she's smart enough.
But apparently she was, people.
there's a lot more to her than what any of us thought as far as her capability of being evil.
I don't know what to think of the whole conversation and all of that. I don't know. So with Lisa, it's like, I don't know what to think about her in this whole situation and where her thoughts and feelings are with each person.
It's got to be hard for her because I know that she loves both of them deeply.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And it's like, even though she sat there and said to like when Tom came, like even though she said, no hugs. This is not a hugging situation and moment.
Yep.
But yet when he was flinging himself on the goddamn window, you know, her instinct kicked in of like, okay, well, I still do care about his well-being, you know, to go nurture. And then I don't know.
Well, and I almost feel like that's why he had such a big reaction. You know, it was like, oh, you're not, what's the word? I'm not pacifying, but like, you're not comforting me. And I need you to comfort me. Yeah, I came here for you to comfort me.
I'm going to fling myself on a window.
Yeah.
Yes. So when she's talking with Ariana, I really think that she is trying so hard to not fully immerse herself into it either way, whether it's Ariana or Tom, at least in this moment of filming.
Right.
Because you pretty much do see later little clips of or discussions from after all this has gone down, and we're obviously past this point. She is more team Ariana than she is Tom.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, I don't know.
I feel like she was really trying to make sense of it all, you know, trying to.
Yeah, she's trying to process it all and also keep herself like Switzerland.
Exactly, which would be really hard.
But yet wanting to insert her words of wisdom while being confused. I don't know. There's just so many things with it. That's why it's hard to pick it apart because you feel so many different thoughts and emotions when it came to each thing with Lisa.
Yeah.
So,
well, and she was, you know, she said something about the being, you know, the physical wasn't there. So along comes this beauty queen. Like you can tell that she's trying to kind of walk through it in her mind. Like how did he get here? You know, what was going through his mind? But yet still like, but why? You know, but why? Like almost like I get it from his perspective. If he's not getting it at home and along comes this beauty queen, you know, doing the, let's say, guy thing and indulging in it. But like from Raquel's perspective, why was she doing it? I think that's what she was having the most hardest time processing through is what was she getting out of it?
Yeah.
I liked that they allowed Kristen Doty to come back in and film with her. You know, you didn't watch the show back then, but that was Tom's girlfriend when they first got together.
I know, because after I saw her on the after show and stuff, I then went back to find where did she fit in and all of that. Yeah, so I did do my research like a long time ago on her.
Yeah.
And I liked how we're like our exes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that was sweet.
I like, and they're comforting each other, and it's kind of odd considering Adriana was like the other girl.
Yeah.
For her.
She was the mistress. But you know, now they've got that in common. Now they've got that bond. They've both been duped by this guy. They can bond over it. Almost like the girls in our other show on You, Me, and My Ex, those two.
That
bond over the ex-husband that they both now share. Although I don't see Kristen and Ariana becoming life domestic partners. I don't see that happening.
That should just
like those other two girls. Oh my God. Well, you know, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Just trying to think of where I wanted to go from here.
I don't know where to take it because it's like I'm too squirrel today to try to direct anything anywhere.
Well,
because my mind was exploding from the moment I watched it last night. It's like, for real, it's like been all over the place.
There, I think pretty much from there, the last piece of it was the conversation with, before we get to Watch What Happens Live, was the conversation between Sandoval and Sheena, which we talked about, more in the beginning, which is fine. She was, I loved everything she said to him. Just everything she said. She did not pull any punches. Again, she was real articulate, in the way that she spoke to him. She wasn't giving him any slack. She was letting him know, like, this is not the way you handle shit. And I don't know that that crew will ever be able to mend this. They've had
I don't think it'll be fixable. I think that was the end of an era.
Yeah. Yes. Yep, for sure. As incestuous as this group has been, this was just unexcusable.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
absolutely unexcusable.
With the after show live. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not going to be really good on this one because honestly, my brain was so all over the place. After everything I watched, I like legit started coloring. And it's like I was trying to tune in and listen, but my brain was so everywhere and just being blown away by what I had just watched that I like literally was like having to do my own therapy. I'm like, we're going to doodle now and color because I just can't with these bullshit men. And so I'm like, I some things I remember and some things I don't. So I'll just be honest. It was not a very good,
Oh yeah, no, that's
after
fine.
show.
That's fine.
So I will try to chime in on what I can.
Okay. Well, in the very beginning, Andy had asked Ariana, like, what stage of the 5 stages of grief she was in. And she's like, I don't really know. So for all of you out there that don't know, I'm going to tell you the 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, sadness, bargaining, and acceptance. And you will go through all 5 of those at some point, and they don't necessarily have to go in that order. Some people will go straight to bargaining, like, please God, just bring them back. I'll never do it again, whatever the case may be. Denial, anger, sadness, acceptance. Acceptance is going to be your final no matter what, but the other 4,
I think it's crazy that we have labels for this, like there's stages.
No, but there really are.
Well,
I mean,
why isn't it just I'm fucking upset and I'm gonna move on?
Because you do go through all of those things. If you think about anything that has been traumatic that you have grieved over, we all go through it. Every
well,
one of
then
them.
My stages are like a fucking gazillion because I'm still going through stages with my father's death, and it's been over 20 years.
Well, and that's just it. Like, that's just it. There is no time frame, and there is no.
So I haven't hit the acceptance stage ever.
Well, and you may never. I mean, you may. No, you will eventually, but maybe very, very, very long time from now. Very long time from now. He asked her what was the most cringeworthy part of watching it all back. And she said the narrative.
I remember that.
Yeah, the narrative flying, is being spun behind her back, and Tom's flying monkeys, referring to Sandoval.
I know. Schwartz, I know her flying monkeys, and then he's like, and then she made a point of like Tom mainly.
Yeah. And his participation in trying to bring her down, like, I think there's a lot going on there that we don't know about. I think there's a lot where
and
hopefully
he is concerned. We'll find out. I'm hoping that we'll find out some of this on our next, like the 2-part.
Yeah. 3-part.
Special.
Yeah. 3-part reunion.
3 parts?
Yeah. It's a 3-part reunion. No, it's a 3-part reunion.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the reunion. I'm really looking forward to the reunion.
I loved her dress, by the way.
Oh my God. She looks
fucking
so
amazing.
Freaking good. I mean, that girl, holy shit.
If that wasn't eat your heart out, look what you fucked up outfit, I don't know what would be.
Yeah, he asked her what her what she would call her look, and she said slutty funeral. I loved it. It was perfect. It was like,
know.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what
Slutty
it
funeral.
is. So Andy was also asking her about the conversation that they had that Raquel and she had in the finale.
I like how she said Rachel, though.
Yeah,
she won't say Raquel.
No, she won't. She said
she's
Rachel.
like, I'm going to call her Rachel.
Yep. And she was saying that she was actually excited to have that conversation because she had similar conversations with other people, but they weren't people that she had felt that connected to.
So
that broke my heart.
And connected. Yeah, it broke my heart too because she felt like she was, really feeling something. And now, and you heard her sit there and say, well, I thought she was being very animated for the filming.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
But apparently it wasn't that.
Nope. No, she was fishing. She was absolutely fishing.
She was absolutely.
And, Andy also asked her about his claims, trying to break up with her. And she says, no, he didn't. And I believe her. I don't think he did. I don't think he ever really tried to. I mean, we heard him say some things here and there that were, I just don't know if we're happy. And, the whole conversation
I like how
about
he kept trying to. It was a complete, like, I guess in a way, like gaslighting. In the conversations. It's like he kept telling her, remember, you said, no, when I was trying to break up with you, and she's like looking like I don't remember when any of this took place.
Yep.
And it was like he kept saying things like he is like trying to like. What is it? What's the word where they swing the watch?
Oh, hypnosis.
Yeah. It was like he was trying to do like a hypnosis thing. Like if I tell you this, enough times, you're going to start going, oh, well, yeah, I remember that. And that's what he was acting like. Like Absolutely. He was trying to do that to her. Like trying to put the thought in her mind that this really happened when it didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you said, complete gaslighting. I mean, the epitome of the word. That word is so misused, but this is not a misuse of it. This is exactly what that is. He also asked her if she thought that they were in love, and she's like, no, I don't, because I don't think they know what that means. And I think she's right. I don't think either one of them know what that means. And I sure didn't get the impression that they were two people that were in love, that were just glad that this was all out in the open now and that they could now start their lives together whenever he went to her house. Like I said, there was nothing in that conversation that made me think that these people actually love and care about one another. Not at all. I mean, he didn't seem like he cared about her all that much.
Hold on, folks. I'm recording. Quit knocking. Sorry about that. Go on.
So we're almost done. Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked and distracted.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm like trying to focus, and I got the little S-man outside my door banging on it, and it's like, this is the third time he's done it, and this time I had to during the whole recording. Yeah, it's like literally at different segments he has came knocking, and he knows
bless his heart. I know that he asked her if she thought that they would have ever told her if they hadn't been caught, and she's like, no. I think, he had an elaborate plan. He wanted to film Winter House and be the good guy. I didn't even know anything about Winter House because I don't watch Winter House. So I had no idea.
I don't either. So I know nothing about it.
But that sounds like him. I mean, that absolutely sounds like something he would do, for sure.
Ooh, there's a new show coming out, The Celebrities on Mars. Is it just me or is one
Stars
of the
on
Toms?
Mars.
Yeah. Isn't Tom on one of those?
Yep. Tom Schwartz is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep, I saw that today.
People not watching it.
No.
I won't watch it because he's on there.
Right.
Besides the fact that I don't like William Shatner, but that I could overlook for other things because sometimes I enjoy watching shows like these, like where it's like agility or like let's put you through the extreme. But I legit will not watch it because he's on it.
I agree. I won't either. I think that was a bad move, them casting us for this show. I really do.
Bad.
Bad move. I do. So the only other thing that I want to touch on this is because it's something that she said, and it's something I have felt in my own life, and I think a lot of people can relate to if you have been through this, is what people are saying about her behind her back to facilitate this. The things that, like, that's what hurt her the most. The things that Tom had to be saying or was saying about her behind her back, trying to spin this whole narrative that, you know, they were unhappy or that she was suicidal or, you know, whatever the case may be. The lies that have to ensue to get the cheater to involved with the cheating, you know, that is the worst part. I was interested that she said that because I've been through similar things in my own life. And that was the thing that got me. You would think that it would be this thing, you know, so many other things that it could be.
Yeah.
But for me, it wasn't. And it made me glad to know that, like, I'm not alone in feeling that way. It's not as much that I'm angry at what's happened. It's not as much as I'm angry about the man having sex with someone else or whatever, you know, all of those things. It's the lies that are being told about me to try and justify their actions. And I have so much like sympathy and empathy with her over that. It's just a bad deal. It's a bad deal. But I tell you what, this girl she's coming out on top. She has got so many things coming her way. It's keeping her busy, which I love. I love that he tries to spin this narrative that she just lays around in bed all the time and doesn't do anything. And I'm sorry, but
which is bullshit.
Bullshit. Look at all the opportunities she's had to come her way right now. And a woman that truly suffers from those things.
Like they're starting a sandwich shop. She couldn't be laying around doing nothing.
Nope.
Well, and you know,
we were talking about the sandwich shop not long ago, and you were asking if it was open, and I was saying it wasn't open. Well, guess what? They now have the funding to open it because of all of the Team Ariana merch and shit that has been put out there. They have made more than enough money to open that shop, so it's about to open if it's not already.
Yay! Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go there.
I heard that today.
I'm going to go there when I go see my brother. It is on my agenda.
You definitely should. It's just, I'm so proud of her. You know, he is trying to make her look like this sad, broken woman that just lays around in bed. And if she were if that's who she was, this breakup would have her there. And it hasn't. Yeah. She has taken every opportunity. She's, you know, allegedly going to be on Dancing with the Stars. She's got a new guy that she's seeing. I loved when she said that she's happy and satisfied. Like, she looks fabulous.
She does look. She looks fucking amazing. Did you like how they kept playing the commercial for Uber or for not Uber? Is it Uber Eats?
It's Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Yeah, that was cracking me.
I was dying. I think it's Uber Eats or is it DoorDash? I don't know.
No,
whichever one.
It's Uber Eats. It's Uber Eats because it's funny because I didn't expect them to play it on the thing.
I know.
And I had sent it to you earlier because I came across it and I was like, I gotta send this to Sarah. And I did, and then for it to be on there.
I loved it. I cracked up. It made me laugh every single time.
In the studio, your favorite part?
But when she's going, savings. And she's
and doing the money on the hand, like she's like at the titty bar, fucking
oh my God.
making it rain.
But you know, that's the exact kind of thing that I'm talking about. Like Ariana is not laying down and dying because of you, dude. She is thriving. I mean, you did her the biggest favor you could have ever done at the end of the day.
You have boosted her shit, dude.
Yep.
While you have fucking buried yourself in a deep, dark cavern.
Yep. You look like absolute shit. She looks fucking amazing. Okay, so did you hear that allegedly they said that they were broken up? That they were broken up. Sandoval and Rachel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, but yeah,
I don't believe it.
I don't either. If she was sending letters to their house 4 days ago, like this just yet again, how fucking
They're not
psychotic are
working.
you? Why would you do that? Why?
I don't know.
Why-
She's fucking crazy.
She's crazy. This girl is crazy. Well, I am really looking forward to the 3-part reunion. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be good. I cannot wait.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to see the whole exchange between James when he calls him a worm with a mustache. Like,
You're
all
a
of
worm
it.
with a mustache. I was like laughing so hard at that. I know. I can't wait to see what pops off out of James's mouth alone.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure there is going to be little tidbits throughout that are going to be like little gems of joy.
This is the one time with James that I am here for every bit of his bullshit. Like, bring it.
Yep.
Bring it on. Bring on the
Throw
comedic
some
relief.
drinks.
Yep.
Do some shit. Call him a wee little man.
Oh God, it's so good.
So,
it's gonna be
I'm
so
looking
good.
forward to it too.
Me
I'm
too.
also looking forward to us discussing it. So
yeah, me too. All right. Well, I think we have rambled on enough about this finale. It was great. It brought so much closure. You know, there was a lot of closure. And now we just get to see everybody's, unbridled opinions post.
Oh, it's going to be perfect.
I can't wait.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that does it for another week.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
The week is done. So
And
everybody enjoy your weekend.
Yes. Enjoy your weekend.
I plan on enjoying mine.
Me too. Me too.
On that note, I'm going to say goodbye and I will talk at you all later.
Absolutely. Bye, everybody. Talk to you next week.
All right, Sarah, ramble that shit.
All right, here we go. We are now available on Patreon. For less than a cup of coffee a month, you can get bonus episodes, extended episodes, and join in on future fun events. You can follow us on all social media. We are FUKING Reality Queens on Facebook because, well, fuck Facebook. We are available on Twitter at FRQ_Amelia Sarah. We are Fucking Reality Queens on TikTok and Snapchat. You can visit us on our website at www.fuckingrealityqueens.com. You can also send us an email at podcast@fuckingrealityqueens.com. Please leave us a comment or question on our Contact Us page. We absolutely love receiving those. And also leave us a 5-star rating, rate, follow, review, wherever you get your podcasts. And as always, Fucking Reality Queens is a Whaley production.
Wicka, wicka, wah, wah. And that's a wrap.
That's on me, homie, yo, my got a monkey. Break next when I strut to my own beat. Yeah, I'm putting on a show when it's all free. Ay, catch me in the spotlight. I can't get enough, do this all night. Alright, hard likes, no hate. Ay, ay. Gas me up, no brakes. Wait, if you want that.